We got Tulsa, Temple, 2-1-2 teams. But when you kind of break it down to who they've played, you kind of can make a positive case for both teams if you're looking to be kind of glass half full type. But big man, I know you're close there around the Temple program. Do you think there's any value here on Temple minus the touchdown?
Yeah, I do. I think there is because I look at Temple and I don't think they're a 1-2 football team. I really don't. I think against Buffalo, against Villanova, those are teams that Temple's historically struggled with Villanova. They've struggled with teams like Buffalo. But you look at last week, go in and beat a good Maryland team on the road. They look, quarterback play was finally good. I mean, Russo came in and was very good for Temple. You look at the fact of they got the run game going, which is big. If you know anything about Tulsa, this team really struggles generally to stop the run. You look at the last two games for the Golden Hurricane, 227 yards they're allowing on the ground per game. Temple has destroyed teams in the American, 14-3 over their last 17 against the spread against AAC opponents. They've also been good in this point spread range. 5-1 over the last 6 is a favorite of 3.5 to 10 points. I look at Tulsa. I see a team with no real identity on offense. They've also had major issues, Drew, turning the football over, 8 turnovers in 3 games. Temple's defense is starting to get there. They looked real good last week against an explosive Maryland offense. I think at home here, I'm going to go with the team that I know will play well in the American. This should be a nice bounce back. They had good quarterback play. I think they shut Tulsa down. This isn't one of those Dane Evans types Tulsa offenses. Temple should be able to handle them here. I'll say something like 28-13, 28-17. I would go with Temple here minus the points.
Okay, big man liking Temple. Kelly, do you agree with him?
So, like Big Man said, he doesn't really follow the SEC. I don't really follow a lot of the smaller schools. I did watch this Texas-Tulsa game a couple weeks ago just for fun because I didn't have any action in the early slated games. But I think what we then now know was maybe a look-ahead spot for Texas. So Tulsa looked to be a little bit better, hence why they were 1.5-point favorite last week against a team that you and I both really like a lot, Arkansas State. I think that Temple showed us who they really were last week at Maryland, and I think that's probably one of the only sides I can look at. I don't think I can back the dog here. I think the line is about right. I think they should be a touchdown favorite, so no big play for me. But situationally, I think – like Big Man said, Temple struggled right out of the gate. And then to go in as a 16-point dog and upset Maryland last week, there may be a little overreaction to how good they are. But, again, I think there's a little bit of overreaction to how good Tulsa may be as well. So if I have to pick, I would lay the touchdown with Temple.
Drew, the important thing for Temple is they had to get the run game going. It's been a while since this team had a show-out running back over the last half a year, let's say. They got going last week. It complements their quarterback now. They weren't running the ball effectively towards the end of last year and even early this year. Raquel Armstead was very good. I'd expect them to have a big day on the ground against Tulsa. Tulsa, like I said, has really struggled to get stops on that side of the football. So good point by Kelly with Tulsa. This just isn't a Tulsa team that I'm particularly scared of, especially on the road. Temple with the running game going, I think they have to be a look here.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because, when you look at Temple, they lost to Villanova. That's, primarily a top 10 FCS program. Then they lost to Buffalo. Buffalo's, a pretty good team there under Lance Leopold, and then came in and won against Maryland. So it's kind of almost like, what kind of team is this, being 1-2? And then on the other side, Tulsa, like Kelly said, she was watching that Texas game. They were within a score of Texas, and then against Arkansas State, who's the best team in the Sun Belt. That game was by no means a blowout. So there's a lot of different ways to look at this game for me. As far as laying the touchdown, not sure if I'll get there with Temple. I do like them at home, though.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.